Hello, this is step 4. We will be making the body and attaching a label. Get the body fabric. As I explained, the side where the embossing pattern is clearly visible is the surface of the fabric. Fold it in half. The outer surfaces will be facing each other. Mark the center with an erasable marker. Now place the hat at the center. Make sure the middle of the head is lined up to the edge of the fabric. Do not line it up to the ends of the hat. If you line it up to the ends, the middle part will not touch the edge of the fabric. You will end up only sewing the ends and not the middle area of the hat. Secure the hat to the fabric with a pin. Get the label and fold it in half. Fold it slightly slanted to each other like this. Then place it around here. Secure it with a pin. Once you fixed each piece onto the fabric, get the second fabric. We will be placing the outer sides facing each other. Before we do that, place the inner side facing up and draw a sewing line around the edge 5 cm inward. Leave an opening hole about 3.5 centimeters long. Mark the opening and do not sew on this area until the end. Put the outer sides facing each other. Line up the fabrics together neatly. Fix them together with pins. Now, apply back stitching from the end of the opening hole. Please check out our tutorial videos for back stitch if you need. I will fast forward from here. sew up to the opening hole. Do not close the opening yet. Secure the stitches with few nuts. For the next step, we will be flipping the fabric inside out through the opening. Before we do that, we will need to cut the seam allowance in the center. Please look at the figure 4D on the paper instruction before starting. Make sure not to cut too close to the stitches. Leave about 2 millimeters of the fabric in cut. If you cut too close, you might accidentally cut the thread. We are clipping the seam allowance because it will make the curved areas prettier when we flip it inside out. Once you are done, flip the fabric inside out through the opening. Straighten out the fabric neatly. Prepare the rattle, squeaker, and fiber fill. Let's put in the fiber fill. Break it into smaller pieces and start filling the furthest area first. Make sure the seam allowance flap is going in one direction as you put in the fiber fill. The seam allowance is the flap of fabric inside that runs along the edges. Push the seam allowance up or down. It doesn't matter which way as long as you push it to one side. The edges will look prettier and not bumpy. After you put some fiber fill in, put the rattle or squeaker at the end. We will be putting the other one on the other end later. Continue putting in the fiber fill. Put in the squeaker or the rattle into this end before you fill it up. Do not put in too much. If you do, the fiber film might stick out through the fabric. Please check out our tutorial video for slip stitch for the next step. We will close the opening hole by slip stitching. Pull the needle out from the inside to hide the knot. Fold the fabric up to the line on both sides and tuck them inside. Follow the edge line and start doing slip stitches. Now, let's secure the stitches with some knots. Make one more at the same area. Insert the needle into the body and pull it away from the knots. Gently pull on the thread and cut it. The end of the thread will disappear into the body. Good work! You have finished making the body of the baby rattle.